Yo, what's up, bro?
What's good?
What's good with you, bro? What this is, episode 14?
Yes.
I'm starting to lose track, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. We do so many of these, man.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah,
though, bro?
man.
How was your week, bro?
It was good, man. It was good. I was real busy just doing different videos and podcasts and stuff. And I'm here now. So that's important. And I'm always gonna be here. So how was your week?
Man, hustling hard. We had to make some tough decisions this week.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm not gonna really say too much more about that. But hey, that comes when you're trying to build the brand, man. You're trying to build
Yeah.
something consistent. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into details later. Other than that, man,
Yeah.
annoyed with my neighbors,
Oh man.
You know
You
what
gotta
I'm
do
saying?
something about that, bro.
Hey, I gotta move out these goddamn apartments. That's what I gotta do. That's exactly what I gotta do. It's all good though. Come with living in apartments, I guess.
Right.
Man. When we rich one day, bro, I ain't gonna I'm never gonna have to worry about this again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But y'all, this is episode 14 of 80s, 90s, and 2000s Vibe, the podcast. This is your boy
Yes.
Jamar. I'm here with the one and only Triboro.
Yeah. What up?
You know what I'm saying? How we do.
Yeah.
Bro,
Mhm.
today we talking about child stars.
Yeah.
Complicated, not complicated. Is it rough being a child star? Is it good? Is it the parents' fault? Or is it just not meant for kids to be famous? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna get into it all, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Triboro, you take the floor. How you wanna get this jumping?
Yeah. So this is a different type of episode we're doing, and like a lot of the child stars that I grew up watching, whether it was from Different Strokes or Webster, Facts of Life, they all ended up having some type of drama in their lives that they couldn't handle the fame, when it came to them, and I remember as a young kid seeing a lot of those child stars on the news for the wrong reasons, and I think to answer your question, I think it's just like what we talked about before, like celebrities. People forget that these people are celebrities, and they have the same issues, if not more, being that they are on TV and they always have a camera in their face. And
Do you think people do you think people are insensitive to winners, or do you feel like people think because you're successful they don't feel sorry for you? You think it's a lot of that?
that happens too. I see that a lot in sports though. Like I see that more in sports than actual music or film, because especially if you have players that they don't want to play for a certain reason, or they act like a diva in the team locker room. A lot of regular people that are fans like us will not have no sympathy for them. Or if they're demanding more money, or they feel like they deserve a big contract, like a lot of people that are struggling, they're not gonna feel sorry for you demanding $20 more million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I see that a lot more in the for athletes, and over the childhood actors. But I think when you reach a certain level of fame, you're gonna have that scrutiny that comes with being a star. So yeah, I think a lot of them just didn't know how to handle it when it came to them.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Right. And I think that for the most part, I think that's the main reason why a lot of them end up on drugs, or they commit suicide, because they can't handle that scrutiny that comes with the fame.
Right. Let
Like
me
it's
ask you. Let me
mm,
ask you this: Triboro, just the young Triboro. How do
mm.
you think a kid, young Triboro, will handle being a child star?
Oh man, I was shy. I mean, I was
Facts.
I
I
was
was
shy,
too.
but I always had a voice. Like if I had something to say, I would say it.
Right.
And um, just over time, I just grew out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
being only child is different, because I never had people around, other than cousins. I never had siblings that I grew up around. So I always had my own space, and my own freedom to do whatever. and when it came to like friends and stuff, like I was very selective when it came to like friends, and I didn't want everybody around me, even though like in school I was real popular, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I just that wasn't like a thing for me. You know what I'm saying? And I probably would have had a hard time dealing with that, just being that I was always like to myself.
Yes, likewise with me, bro. I was kind of shy, introverted. I
Right,
think I would have, like you said, I would have a hard time dealing with all the people around me.
right,
Because even when I was a kid, it was times I just wanted to be to myself.
hmm,
And being on set all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would have drained me.
right,
Not the actual job, but I like just you forced around people, you know what I'm saying? Like eat for a long period of time, and some of these people don't have your best interests at heart. I don't think I would have. Me personally, I don't think I would have handled that well.
right,
Like I just wouldn't have. I don't know if I would have turned out on drugs. You know what I'm saying? People deal with their shit different ways. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, man, I don't think I would have turned out too good. Me personally.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Uh,
You know. Yeah. So I think like yeah, like a lot of these child stars, they didn't know how to deal with the fame and the fortune, and we got when you have like stars like Todd Bridges who played Willis on Different Strokes. He had
mhm.
many issues from when he was young, like dealing with a lot of drugs like crack and cocaine and you know meta. He had like an addiction to methamphetamines when he was 15,
Damn,
and
15. That's a
yeah,
child, man. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and he was smoking weed as on top of that, and and he had like he was making bomb threats to people, and he got off for that. Like he didn't really do no hard jail time at that point, and you know then he had issue. He had to hire Johnny Cochran. Rest in peace to Johnny Cochran. He had to hire Johnny Cochran as his lawyer to get him out of those situations, and he had a case of attempted murder on a drug dealer because he started dealing in drugs, and he had a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? And people forget like this guy. This is like when you was watching Different Strokes, you had Arnold and Willis. What you talking about, Willis? And
Yeah, the big bro.
classic,
Yeah,
yeah, the classic line, and that he was like a prime example. Everybody on that show basically had an issue. Gary Coleman had his
I was
issues
just
with.
speaking of him, man. I heard allegedly he was getting like 70,000 per show episode.
Yeah, I mean, he's a star. You know what I'm saying? I would expect for him to get the most
God
money.
damn, but it's crazy. But like he went bankrupt. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
And he had a Saturday morning cartoon also back in the 80s. And like the cartoon, it was like he was like an angel. I remember he had like a halo over his head, and he was like some angel. But he had a cartoon on Saturday mornings. He had Different Strokes, and he was doing commercials and movies. So he was getting paid.
yeah, he's getting that bread, bro. When I found out how much an episode he was making, and he was a kid,
Right.
and I was like, damn, that's crazy. See, now my generation, bro, my generation of child stars are different. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because I'm a little younger.
Right.
So my child stars are the Orlando Browns, the
Hmm.
Amanda Bynes, the Raven Simones. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And to see Lindsay Lohan's,
Oh God.
and yeah,
I
yeah,
remember her.
yeah. So
You know.
I mean, shout out to Orlando Brown. I heard he doing good now. You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
him. Yeah.
Yeah, but for a while, from That's a Raven, for a while, he was tripping
Right.
hard, bro. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But I don't know if it was the drugs or, bro, honestly, bro, and I might sound crazy, bro.
Mhm.
I be believing some of the shit that he was saying.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not familiar with him like that. Like I know the show he was on, but I don't know like his personal, drama that was going on. You know,
Yeah.
but
But
hmm?
yeah, go ahead.
Nah, but I was saying like yeah. So like you had shows where like every person on the show had issues, and that just I think that just comes with the business, and the more fame they get, they have an ego as well, and then they have people around them that's not telling them no, and that's what happens.
Mm.
You know,
How you feel about Jamie Foxx? Am I saying her name? Jamie Foxworth?
Oh man, and I didn't even know about her situation, back in the day.
Mm.
But I always wondered, like, when she left the show, what happened to her, and then like just seeing, I think I was on the internet like this is like years ago, and they said like she was like an adult film star, and
Yeah, yeah,
I looked it up and I saw it. I was like, wow, that's crazy,
yeah. Crave,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? And I have like I think her parents like took her money. They took all her money or whatever, and
But
she
bro, I hear
mm,
that a lot about all of them. Like
right,
Britney Spears,
mm,
Michael Jackson, and believe it or not, I know Michael Jackson was a child star, but his
right,
parents ain't take his money. But bro, I hear that about 90% of the stuff I hear about child stars, bro, is because their parents mishandled something
right,
or did them wrong or did them dirty, bro. Aaron Carter made 300 million on his first album.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? I think
right,
it's 100 million on the first album, 300 million on the second album, and he
wow,
lost all of it because of his parents.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
don't understand. Like, so it's like, do they pimp their kids?
I think that could be it too. I think it could be. That's how I feel. That's what Chris Kardashian is doing with her daughters. I think,
Mm,
like, is one thing if if your daughter came out with like a tape with somebody, but then they got a reality show out of it. They got clothing line out of it. All these, they've been in movies and stuff, and I think it's like a business for them now. Like the Kardashian brand, like they've made millions or just off of Kim being famous for the wrong reasons.
yeah, bro. She definitely getting money now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you know what I
saying?
mean.
It's a few of them, bro,
Mm,
that turned out okay.
right.
Jaleel White is the main one I think about.
Yes,
But Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, the guy who plays Steve Urkel.
and
But
he had his drama too.
really,
Yes, I remember seeing the unsung episode for him earlier this year, and he talked about like when he was supposed to do like I think one like maybe 9 episodes for Family Matters, and then 9 episodes turned into
the
like
whole
him
season.
being on him being on there forever because he instantly became the fan favorite, and he talked about that um the parents that played
The Winslows.
Winslows, yeah, they were
Yeah.
actually jealous of him on the set. Like, they were jealous of his
Of
newfound success
of a
on the show.
child.
Yes, and he didn't really know how to deal with that, and like there were certain characters that they had him playing like during the shows that he wasn't comfortable playing, and
Mildred.
yeah, like Mildred, like he talked about
Mm,
like he didn't care to play that character, and Stefan O'Carroll, like he didn't really care to play it like for that long, and so he had his issues too, and even like off the set, people run up to him and get an autograph, and he wasn't comfortable with that at first, but after a while, like I think when he got comfortable with his stardom, when he had gotten invited to an NBA All-Star game one year,
mm.
and when his limousine was pulling up to the arena, they had like a special entrance for him, like in like the back of the arena, and that's when like when he came out, there was fans there waiting for him, and that's when he realized like how big he was, as a child star.
That's crazy, bro. And he
Yeah,
was popular, bro. I remember my
yeah,
cousin had an Urkel doll.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. He's jealous of a
mhm,
child, bro.
yeah. I could see it happening, man, because like without him, that show wouldn't have lasted as long as it did. Because I
I
mean,
I would have gave it two
I,
seasons.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it was, and that was a spin-off show from Perfect Strangers because the
Started Harriet, huh?
right Harriet
Yeah.
was, I think she was on Perfect Strangers. I forgot what character she played on there, and then it just blew up once Urkel got on there. But it without him, I don't think it would have been a great show.
Yeah, cause I hear Jaleel talk about all the time. Like he has very solid parents.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember him talking, saying that because he was supposed to be Rudy on the Cosby Show.
Yes, he mentioned that too. He did
Yeah,
mention that. and I think it was something with they rejected him or something, or they Rudy was supposed to be like a female.
It's supposed to be a guy. Then of
Mm.
course, what's her name? Who played Rudy, man?
Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
got it. And when he was at home and he was sad he didn't get it, he was banging his head on his room
Right.
wall. And he
Yeah.
said his mom came in there and said, "Man, if you get like this over acting again, you're done." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he had a healthy background. Then when they was not picking on him, when they was messing with him on set,
Mm.
his mom and his dad was like, "No, he's not playing this character no more." You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So that comes with strong parent. But what's sad about it's not sad. Let me stop not say that. Jaleel White is a great actor, bro.
Right.
Like, and I hate when people are typecasted, bro. Like
Yeah.
and he showed it in Family Matters. He played different
Oh yeah.
Stefan,
Right.
Mildred, she was Bruce Lee one
Yeah.
episode. He was Elvis one episode.
Right.
So I would love to see Jaleel White in other roles, bro, to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
Family Matters, one of my favorite shows too.
Definitely one of my favorites. On was TGIF lineup back then, and yeah, it was that's, but you don't hear too much about the successful ones. You always hear about the train wrecks.
Yeah,
Lindsay Lohan. How many times she got into trouble with her parents, and she had a
yeah, bro.
turbulent childhood. And when her parents filed for divorce, and she was going through issues with her pops, and she's been quiet now. You don't hear from her anymore like that.
That's a good thing, though,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
That's a good thing
you
because
know,
she was Amanda Bonds, another one who was like
yes,
tripping. But I
yeah,
heard she's been sober for 3 years. So
yeah,
yeah. We don't want to just talk about the bad.
right,
We want to talk about the ones who survived too,
right,
and who's an adult and just doing well.
yeah.
Lil Bow Wow or
Oh
Bow
man,
Wow, Shad Moss.
right.
I don't understand. It's not that he's a crazy adult.
Mm.
I wouldn't say that. It's just I don't understand some of his tactics, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't know. Maybe it's an insecurity he has,
right. I,
but
I've heard. I don't know too much. He's another one I don't know too much, but I've heard things here and there, like over the years, like when he was dating Ciara, and Ciara's father had he was strict, and he had like a shotgun. They said, and that he didn't want Ciara dating anybody in the industry, and
I don't blame him.
I heard that. I think Bow Wow got into trouble more when he was older, though. That like the whole thing with him and Keisha Cole, how that played out when he was dating Keisha Cole, and then they broke up, and she keyed a car that she thought was Bow Wow's, but it was his homeboy's on, and it was just I think he got into trouble more when he became an adult. I didn't really hear too much about him as a child star.
Yeah, but I say that to say,
Mhm.
do you think he just saw too much as a child? Because I
He
heard they had him in strip clubs. You know what
oh
I'm
wow,
saying?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. And he's not. Of course, he was
Right,
Lil Bow Wow, bro. People underestimate how famous that little dude was, how many records he sold.
right,
So it was grown women throwing themselves at him.
yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
even with that, I don't think that would be a what kind of effect would that have for a long time though? I mean, okay, you see, if you're a kid and you see some bodily parts, I don't, like I don't think that would.
Commitment issues with women. You don't think that'll
I
play a
mean,
part?
he could have that even like being a star. That would be a problem.
Yeah, you right.
I
You
mean, because
right.
he's dated a lot of people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they all didn't work out. So I mean, that could be for anybody. I don't know if being in a strip club would have that effect.
Right.
You know,
Right.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like, but he's managed really to survive it at this point. Like he survived, being a child star, and Romeo, he's another one. I think Romeo had the foundation with Master P. Because Master P looked
Yeah.
like you don't play. Master P looked like you would really
Yeah, his
tear
pops
his
look
ass
too
up.
solid. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, man, don't play with
you
me,
know,
bro.
Yeah, like P groomed them to take over No Limit, and I saw that with watching growing up hip hop, that reality show on, and I saw that when Romeo and P was on, then and P was like grooming him to to take over, to be the next usher in the next era of No Limit for him, and I think she had a strong foundation with his parents, so he didn't go through none of that we would normally hear about with even Mac Daddy from Crisscross. He went through that.
Yeah, what happened with him, bro?
Mhm. He was taking drugs, and again, I think it's the child that they were real. Yeah, they were like 12, 13 when they got when Jump came out, and they were out of nowhere they became instant stars. They were the only rap group to be ever be featured on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with Robin Leach, rest in peace to him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
um they came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody expected that. They wasn't even a group. Like, they were just in the mall,
They were just
and
cool.
yeah, and they swag was just different from everybody else. And Jermaine Dupri saw them, and he made them into a group. So he ghost wrote all their rhymes, and the production, everything was all JD's vision, and they went multi platinum with every album. And I think, again, like, that's what happens when you just come out of nowhere as a kid, and you just see success, and your whole life has changed overnight. And he didn't know how to deal with it. Mac, the other guy, the other one, Mac, Daddy
Daddy
Mac,
man.
Daddy
Mm,
Mac. I haven't heard anything about him. Like,
that's
he
good.
survived it. He survived. And I think it's because, mainly because of what happened to his friend, like Daddy. So it's unfortunate because Chris Cross was one of my favorites. As a teenager, like, I had my hair braided like them and everything, and it was crazy to hear that he passed away, and he had issues, and I didn't even know about all that, at that time, that he was, taking drugs and all that, because we didn't see it, you know.
Yeah, I didn't really know he was on drugs until he died. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me. Damn, yeah, bro. That's another one.
Hmm.
It's and what's his name? I don't know if you watched the show
Uh,
named the famous Jet Jackson. I don't know. Have you heard of that?
yeah, I saw. I used to watch that once in a while. I remember
Like,
that show.
I
And
think he committed suicide or something
wow,
like that.
that's crazy, man. Again, and that was a huge show for Nickelodeon back then, and again, it's like, who when these kids, reach a certain level of success, like, who is like their foundation? Like, do they have a strong family foundation and friends? And
Mm,
you know um I think you got to question that, like, who is around them for their best interests. They might have a lot of hanger-ons for, with their hands out, but who was really there for the moral support when they having a bad day, or they just
yeah,
want to,
bro.
just want to be treated
Like
normal and not
human people, like
right.
humans. Right, right,
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that too many times. And even with, like, artists, for some reason, there's like a lot of artists that they pass away when they hit 27. Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, and they're still young.
How
And
old was Brittany Murphy when she died, man? I'm trying to
she
think.
was damn, I want to say she was maybe at the end of her 20s, early 30s.
Still young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember her too from watching Clueless back in the day, and
yeah.
everybody remembers her from that, and 8 Mile, and it was sad. That was a sad one. I didn't expect that at all.
If you had children, would you let your kids be in entertainment business?
That would be up to them. Oh, you mean like as like if they were young?
Yeah, like if they were small, like kids.
I would have to see the stardom first before an agent.
Right.
I don't think a lot of these parents don't see it yet until, like, they have an agent, and then the agent says, "Oh, well, I think your kid is a star," and then they eventually see it. But I think you got to see it first to be
Yeah,
like, "Yo,
bro.
like, damn, you extraordinary, son. I gotta put you, on this Fuller House or whatever.
Full out. Hey,
Yeah,
I like that show, bro. For some
that
reason,
was good.
I
I
liked
watched it.
that
I
spin
watched the
off.
first season of when it hit Netflix. Because I grew up on watching Full House, and then I wanted to see how they was gonna bring it back,
Yeah,
and it was good. It was good. They
yeah,
brought back
yeah,
everybody for the most part.
yeah. Except for the twins, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know,
You know,
but
and even with them, like they had their issues, growing up and dealing with drugs and public scrutiny about their weight and yeah, I mean, and that whole family, their whole family are like in the business, like they act, and their sister, Ashley, she acts as Ashley Olsen, she acts as well. You know what I mean? So I mean, not Ashley, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is like the other sister that acts.
yeah,
She did WandaVision. She was playing Scarlet Witch,
yeah, yeah.
and I haven't done anything with Ashley. I know that her two sisters had issues when they were younger, but you know, I think now they probably know how to adjust to stardom, being in the business for so long. So
Man, yeah, I know. Tia, and Tamara Taj are
right,
just fine. You
right,
know what I'm saying? That's
right,
always good, bro. I always like to see when they turn out just fine.
right.
Because to me, in my humble opinion, I could be wrong.
Hmm.
It shows a solid home, a
Yeah,
foundation at home, parents or
right,
a parent. It may not be too. To me, if you got that, you know what I'm saying, you don't have nothing to worry about.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even though you like, bro, your kids, and like I used to have to tell my mom this, bro. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, man, all you can do is trust the kids you raised. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Like they're gonna grow up and make their own decisions, and you're
right,
not gonna like all of them all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta know deep down in your heart that you tried the best you could.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
So yeah,
facts.
man. If you have that, if you know that, if you can tell yourself that, and you know that, and you at peace with that, then man, whatever decisions they make, bro, it doesn't necessarily reflect your parenthood, your parenting.
Right,
If you know what I'm saying, if I'm making any sense.
right. Yeah. Oh, if you look at somebody like Reagan Gomez Preston from The Parenthood,
Hmm.
she played Zaria Peterson on The Parenthood, and she had a a good childhood. She didn't as far as I know, I didn't hear any rumors about her, on drugs or doing anything, crazy, and she was still, even after The Parenthood got canceled, she was still doing movies. She did a movie actually with DMX. Forgot the name of that. I think Never Say Die or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember seeing that way back when that came out, and she went on to still continue to act, and she ended up getting married and having two kids, and she's been pretty good for the most part. So you don't hear nothing about her.
That's good, man.
You know.
What was your favorite? If
Mm.
and you can ask me this too.
Uh,
What was your favorite TV show as a child? Like all time. It can be sitcom, cartoon. It don't matter. If I told you to
mm,
go back to when you was like 10 years old,
right.
what would you be watching?
Oh man.
First choice.
TV show as at 10 years old. I would probably say damn. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta get back to you. I don't know because it was like I had so many though. Like for me, I always loved comedy, and I watched a lot of sitcoms that made me laugh. Family
Mm-hmm.
Ties and The Cosby Show, A Different World, um, Full House,
Mm-hmm.
Family Matters, like shows like that. I love Lucy, so I liked a lot of even the black and
Oh,
white shows. I love Lucy, The Munsters,
mm.
I Dream of Jeannie. I liked a lot of the black and white shows.
It's Fresh Prince of Bel Air all day for me, bro.
That'll probably be
Bro,
my favorite sitcom all time. That and Martin.
bro, I can watch like, and I'm not even. like I bought the whole like series set from Walmart, bro.
Mm.
Like that's how much I rock with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm looking forward to the spin-off version because Will got his hands all over it, and
Right.
I'm gonna give it a chance. And if I don't like it, then I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. I think it got a chance to be good if people
Yeah.
would just give it a chance. You know what I'm saying?
It's yeah.
Yeah, you not feeling it. I feel your
I don't
energy.
because I
I
just
feel
feel
your
like
energy.
Hollywood. I feel like Hollywood is running out of ideas and they're just remaking everything. So
Yeah.
like something that's considered new now, 20 years down the line, you'll be looking back at it like I remember watching this show in 2021. Now they doing it over. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
I don't feel like it's not necessary. So when a lot of these remakes don't do good, we know why it don't do good because people still love the original ones.
Oh yeah, it would never compare to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to the original one.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give it a shot, bro.
Give it a shot.
And the only reason why I'm giving it a shot is because Will Smith is helping him with it. It's done by his company.
Right.
He's there. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I figured I assume who know the Fresh Prince better than the Fresh Prince.
Right. True.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'll be able to tell just from like the first 2 episodes, bro.
Right. It was good.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting jiggy with this shit. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
the thing with the thing when they brought back Full House, they brought back all the characters except with the exception of the twins. They were still able to make it work for a couple seasons.
Yeah, because they were so small anyway,
Right.
bro.
Right. You know,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
wasn't talking. The twins wasn't talking on that show anyway.
And then by the time they got a little older, but they was talking, but they was like 3-4 years old.
Yeah, they
you
don't
know
remember.
What I'm saying? Yeah. So it really didn't. It mattered, but it didn't matter.
They brought back all the popular characters, Uncle Jesse, and you saw Danny sometimes, and Uncle Joey. I think he was in like a couple episodes. So they had Kimmy came back, so they had all the characters, and that's what made it work for a couple seasons. They could have went on for more. But when you do like a total remake and nobody from the original cast is in that remake of a classic show like that, is how well do they think it's gonna do?
Yeah, they could have kept it Coming to America. I don't care, y'all. It was not good.
Oh man,
it was like a parody of Coming to America.
I enjoyed it, but I had some issues with that film too. Like
really, you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it because it. The thing is, I'm trying to see, like when people say that they didn't like it, I'm trying to see how they would have had a better story coming back. I think that was the perfect story to come back.
I just think they waited too long, bro.
Well, that too, they did.
And I'm willing to die on this hill because I argue with people about this shit all the time.
Right.
I would have rather seen the Harlem Nights too.
Yes, they should have always made a sequel for that,
bro. And people, and I know we're getting off track, y'all. I apologize, but we having a conversation here, bro. They got other Red Fox and Richard Pryor are gone. R.I.P. Right. We missed them. I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Della Reese, right. Mm-hmm. R.I.P. to her too. But you got other great comedians, man. You got Dave Chappelle walking around here. You got Martin Lawrence.
Yep.
You don't gotta like Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart is a legend. He's gonna be a legend. You got Cat Williams running around here. You got a bunch of young up-and-coming comedians. And on top of that, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall is still alive.
Right.
They could have made it work, bro. And what's her name who wasn't Coming to America, bro? What's her name, bro?
Leslie Jones.
She could have played. She would have been perfect for Harlem Nights too, because she's funny as hell. She was the funniest thing to me in the second Coming to America.
And I think that's why I enjoyed it, because they did need more scenes with Hakeem and Sammy, but I think Leslie Jones was the scene stealer in that film. Right. Like, she made it funny. She and Tracy Morgan made that movie funny.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Bro, I always gotta get it out of my system, bro. Mm. Like I did not like that movie. Like I don't think I chuckled once.
Wow.
I think if I chuckled, it's because of Leslie. What's her name again?
Leslie Jones.
It was because of her, bro.
Right.
It wasn't because of nothing else. The shit was like a parody. It was like a Saturday night.
Yeah.
That shit felt like a Disney Channel movie, man. It was too bright. Like I'm being picky now, but the colors were too bright.
Oh
it was corny, bro. It was corny. Like the first one rated R, bro.
Right.
This one was like what?
It wasn't as well. I mean, the first one really shouldn't have been rated R. I mean, they cursed, but Eddie Murphy cursed in all his films back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at any of his films, The Golden Child, Beverly Hills Cop, all the cop sequels, Trading Places. He cursed in all of his films back then. You know,
bro, they could have kept. Hey, I'm not hating. I could have done without that.
Right.
And bro, I woke up early that morning.
Right.
And I cleared my schedule, bro. And everything, because I was ready to watch that, man. But then I was just like, yo, this shit, I can't get jiggy with this shit, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, y'all. People always think you hating. No, why people, this is nothing. People always think you hating. What if you just genuinely don't like something?
Facts.
Like, do you gotta be hating just because you don't like? I'm supposed to like everything?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I won't watch it. Like, okay, if I'm in the house chilling, right? I'm not gonna say, man, I'm gonna watch Coming to America again, too.
Right.
You know, the first one, hell yeah. Like, I'm the same way with Boomerang. I'll watch Boomerang anytime.
Right.
The first Coming to America, The Nutty Professor. It's just certain movies you can watch anytime, and I just feel like it don't have no replay value. That's all. That's all, man. They waited too long, but yeah, my fault, y'all, for that rant.
It's all good.
But hey. That's how I'm feeling. I can imagine, bro, how hard it is being a child star now, though, bro, with social media, bro.
Exactly.
Oh my
everything
God.
is magnified, and they're looking at everything that you're doing and saying, and sometimes you can't really. Sometimes you can see why they want to escape and get away from the media, and I think they just do it in the wrong ways, though. Like, I don't think using drugs and drinking is, well, I mean, it's escape for a lot of people. Just not something that I would do to escape the madness,
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. And then motherfuckers feel the need to record everything nowadays, bro. Like, that's mad weird to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to record everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Twitter get a lot of people in trouble. Like, I can just...
Yeah.
Like I said, being a child star, I'm pretty sure now it's hard to another level.
Right.
I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? But
Raven Simone, she's another one that managed to have a good childhood and be a big star, and then doing stuff for Disney. Again, I think like with her, like when she got older, she was she saw the drama with her coming out and as a lesbian, and she when she was doing the Cheetah Girls series for Disney, there was cat fights on the set, and territorial issues.
It was cat fights?
Yeah. And she had she felt like she was being when they did the film, when they were doing the third Cheetah Girls film.
She's not in the third one.
She's not in it because she felt excluded and ostracized because of her weight and stuff like that. And again, she was a good childhood star, and she didn't hear nothing about her until she got older.
But I heard, like, and this is alleged, y'all. I'm not saying this to be facts. I heard when you sign a Disney Channel contract, they got your ass. Yeah. Meaning, you can do what you want on their set, but that's it. Once you leave the set, you better go your ass home, and you can't do nothing else. You can't really be out and about like that. You can't get in trouble. Now, and people fail to realize, you know what I'm saying? They're child stars, but they get older, and even sometimes they'll be playing a teenager and be an adult.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? They just look like a teenager. So they playing a high schooler and they may be 21.
Right.
But if you sign to this Disney Channel contract, you can't act like you're 21, even if you are, because you're
Right.
under contract. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how that affect them too. Like,
Right.
okay, I got to go to the set, then go home. Even though I'm 21, I'm legal, I'm of age now. So
Right.
technically, but it's wild, man, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
the bro. I would have got in trouble because I'm 21. If I'm 21, bro, I'm like, no, I'm not going home, bro. You know,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go home, but man, what if I want to go out to the club? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But nah, man, them contracts be having them kids with young adults
Right.
tied down, and I think
Yeah.
that affect them too.
Right. Yeah. You look at Kim Fields. When she played Tootie on The Facts of Life, she was like, to me, the biggest star on that show. I mean,
Yeah,
others,
I
others,
agree. I agree.
others will probably say, Blair or you Mrs. Garrett, but like when I was watching it, to me, being that Tootie was the only African American on there, she was the standout, and to me, she was clearly the star of that show, and you know, for the most part, she was she had a good, I don't recall. I mean, she might have had like minor run-ins with the law, but I don't recall of anything major like Gary Coleman or Todd Bridges,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah, I think she's a prime example, and she's Living Single was like I used to always watch that Thursday nights after Martin at 8:30, and that was a great show, with her and Queen Latifah and T.C. Carson. That great show, man. And
Is it true that Friends ripped them off? Oh, was it
I, I
called
heard that.
Friends?
I heard somebody had told me that like weeks ago that the supposedly the show Friends was like the same premise as Living Single. I never watched Friends. I never watched it,
Me
and,
neither.
and it's
I'm
crazy.
not gonna lie.
I actually have a Friends T-shirt, but it's strictly for the pop culture. But
Hmm.
I tried watching it, but I never could get into it. I just thought the comedy was dry, and it's not like our comedy. Like when you watch a show like Martin and Living Single and
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like that's nonstop laughter. And when I tried watching shows like Friends and Frasier, yeah,
Seinfeld, and
I
stuff
don't
like
see the
that.
appeal to those shows, and maybe it's just me. I don't see that, and I have friends that love Seinfeld. I'm like, I thought Seinfeld was corny. Never liked it.
I thought it was corny too, bro.
Yeah,
But like just like you, I got friends who liked it too. But I'm like,
right,
hey, to each his own. I feel
right,
I try to give Sex in the City this a try, and
right.
I'm like, nah. I'm assuming that's where girlfriends come from.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I guess girlfriends is just a black version of that.
right.
But bro, I legit, I promise you,
Mhm.
bro. I legit try to give everything a chance at least once, like a
Right.
show. I give a show, a TV show, a movie a chance.
Mhm.
Um, and I watch it with unbiased eyes. Like
Right.
I don't go into it with a bad attitude. I don't go in because I can't stand people who go into a movie or watch a show like, I'm gonna watch it, but I know it's gonna suck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, that's the wrong attitude to have. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Give it a chance. That's so unfair to me. Give it a chance. And if you genuinely don't like it, then hey, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
have every right to, but just give it a chance. I hate people like that, bro. Well,
Yeah.
hate is a strong word. I don't like people like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I feel you. I feel you on that. You know. But I mean, yeah, like there's so many other child actors and actresses that had drama. Um, Soleil Moon Frye when she was playing Punky Brewster back in the '80s, and she had an appearance issue, like because she had a big chest and she wanted a breast reduction, and she
Hmm.
thought that would change her, what the fans would think about her, and she did drugs for a couple years and ended up getting clean, but it's like that's really the only thing people remember her for. She hasn't really done anything after Punky Brewster, so and that
Oh,
was since the '80s,
all the Cosby kids turned out good too.
right?
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
You
a
know,
good thing, and I think that's what he
they,
wanted.
there was an issue. They had Lisa Bonet had a beef with Bill Cosby though because
I just think she's a different type of spirit. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, I don't mean in a bad way. I just think she's very free spirited, and I don't think he liked that because I don't think he can control her.
Right.
You know
But I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
that's not your kid. You can't control. I mean,
Exactly,
you can only be
bro.
a mentor for them. You know, you can't get mad if
If they get pregnant,
yeah, or
you
they
know
get
what
a
I'm
tattoo or
saying?
something.
Cover it up. They got makeup, son.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
And I remember when she did the movie Angel Eyes with Mickey Rourke, and that caused a lot of controversy because she had some explicit scenes in the film with Mickey Rourke, and Cosby was pissed, and
I don't see why he put too much energy
yeah,
into it.
yeah. And then remember, she was on the first season of Different World and left after the first season.
The first season, Different World, is mad boring too. In
You
my
thought it was
opinion, by
boring?
the way,
You thought it was boring?
it ain't start getting popping to the second season, and that's one of my favorite shows.
Right.
The first season is very boring to me, bro.
Right.
That second season is this is my opinion. The second season is when it
and
picked up for me.
I think that's because they after Denise, the show was a spin-off to Cosby Show, and it was about Denise going off to Hillman.
Right.
That's the same school that Cliff Huxtable went,
Yeah.
and it was, I think after she left, they totally rehauled the cast. That's why it picked up after the first season.
And what's Felicia Rashad's sister name? Debbie Allen. Did she take over?
Yes.
After season 1,
yes,
too?
and that's why it picked up. So a lot of people don't forget that. Like, yeah, Denise was, and Marissa Tomei, because Marissa Tomei played her roommate at Hillman.
Yeah.
And Marissa Tomei went off, and she became a big star in her own right. You know,
and that Different World. That's the reason I went to an HBCU. I can honestly say that.
Props to you.
And yeah, bro.
I see. Your boy CP3 is repping them now. You got you rocking the clothing line for them.
CP3, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I saw that recently. Like he's been. They have like a clothing line that he's been promoting.
I think I did see him too because I follow CP3 on IG.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that second season, bro, is when like you said, that's when they pick up. Like, I get it's something about the Aretha Franklin intro,
right?
Too, bro. Yes, bro. Because that first season intro wasn't bad,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But that second one, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's I guess it unlocked the soul in you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Cosby Kids turned out good. Of course, Jaleel turned out great.
I have another. I mean, we could go on forever, but there's a couple. Macaulay Culkin, remember him from Home Alone?
To me, he turned out good, bro.
But he had after Home Alone, he didn't really hear from him for a long time. I think I saw him recently on the last season. Well, not the last season. It's like a spin-off season of American Horror Story. And where they did like multiple storylines in one season, and he was on I think he was like playing like a vampire or something for one of the seasons. And I haven't seen Macaulay Culkin act in anything in years since Home Alone. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, I have. I think I've seen him recently on a commercial or something. But that's good though. But Keenan and Kel turned out great.
Right. Yes.
Nick Cannon turned out great.
Yes. He's like at the top right now, you know.
Yeah, Nick Cannon get money, man.
Right.
Shout out to Nick Cannon, bro. For real, bro. And it's good though because, like I said, I know being a child star is a lot of pressure. They see a lot that they're not supposed to see yet. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? They experience a lot.
Right.
That weighs a lot on a child's mind, a spirit, or whatever. And like I said, bro, child star we're gonna assume it could be challenging because I've never been a child star. But,
right. Same.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, bro, what you got going on, man? What you working on?
I'm actually doing a video for the 80s, 90s, and 2000s channel on YouTube. Yes, it's gonna be it's actually an idea that you gave me last week. I'm doing my top 5 80s albums all time on vinyl.
And I know you got a story behind it too.
Yes, and I'm having a hard time picking only 5. I might make it 10 because I'm having a hard time with just 5.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me excited. I'm gonna look forward to
And
that.
I
I
want it
love
to
vinyl.
be. I'm trying to make the list where it's like different genres. So it's not just R&B. It's gonna be some pop in there, maybe some rock, but it's all gonna be like all albums that I grew up on and that were in my heavy rotation, at an early age. So I might stretch it out to 10 because I think 5 is just, if I do it to 5, it's gonna be a lot of records that I left out and people gonna be like, oh, well, you left out this album. And so
They
I'll
gotta
probably be
understand
on top.
it's your. They gotta understand though. It's your list.
I know, but even like
It's
if I watch
hard.
it, I'm gonna be like, yo, why didn't I put
Yeah.
Bobby Brown Don't Be Cool in there? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, I think 10 might be a lot better off, but I'm gonna do that video this weekend and it'll be on the channel, Monday and
Hey, y'all be looking forward for that.
yeah,
Look forward to that, man.
yes,
I'm gonna be on that, bro. I'm gonna be on
yeah,
that for real. I didn't know you was working on that.
yes. And you gave me the idea when we was talking. I'm like, yo, I want to do that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
cause I see your collection. Your collection
Yes.
is mad sick,
It's
bro.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like people need to see that, cause bro, I have a vinyl collection. It's not on that level,
Right.
but I have one too. Like I rock with all that, bro, and a lot of
Great.
people do. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you should definitely show it. I think all like collectors and people that have memories over there of their childhood and stuff, they should definitely show it off.
Yeah, I might do some unboxings too.
Yes,
You
that
know?
would be great, definitely. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've done that in the past and people loved it, and I think that's like a real thing on like people really love to see
that's facts.
unboxing.
I'm
Yeah,
guilty, cause I do too. I
yeah,
like the way it sounds. Like
yeah,
I'm weird, bro. Like
yeah.
you know
I
what I'm
feel you.
saying?
I feel you.
I just made my solo YouTube debut, I
Oh,
guess,
nice.
on the channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was mad nervous on that, cause
Really?
yeah, bro.
Oh,
Cause
wow.
yeah. I just debuted a series on the 80s90sand00svibes network, YouTube network.
Okay.
Called Behind the Vibes. Was go deep behind scenes of situations, people,
Right.
moments in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And the first series is a 3-part series. It's Kobe and Shaq.
Okay.
Episode 1 is out on YouTube, y'all. The early years.
Great.
Episode 2 is coming. Episode 2 is gonna be the three-peat, the years they won a championship. Episode 3 is
Right.
gonna be after they break up and then they go their separate ways. Then as they get older, they reconcile and everybody get good. So episode 1 is a 3-part series. Episode 2, I'm thinking it's gonna be Aaliyah and R. Kelly.
Okay.
I'm thinking. So y'all be
Ooh.
looking forward to that. And I just dropped a top 10 on the YouTube channel today to my favorite top 10 Nickelodeon shows, and I did my favorite top 10 R&B albums growing up. It's all on the YouTube channel, y'all.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking
and of
forward.
course, yeah, man, y'all be looking forward to Triboro
Yes.
video dropping next week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What can they find you at, bro?
You find me at Instagram, Triboro_Gigolo. Hit me up. You can find me at Danny Rock Podcast on YouTube. And yeah, man, we're gonna continue to keep, bringing the culture, all the great content, man.
Yeah, man. Follow us on Instagram, 80s90sand00svibes, on IG, on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. It's all the same. Spell it the same. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Check out our playlist too, y'all. We got a playlist on Spotify and we got a playlist on Apple Music. It's named the same thing. Just type it in. Of course, subscribe to us on YouTube, 80s90sand00svibes, the network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Be looking forward to our content, man. This has been episode 14, and we out.
All right.